Welcome back to Project 613. Today we learn one mitzvah, and that is all of the laws that govern the impurity of a yoledet, which is the impurity, the postpartum ritual impurity. Now here the Torah tells us something very interesting, that a woman following childbirth is considered ritually impure, but there will be a difference based on whether she gave birth to a boy or to a girl. Following the birth of a boy, the woman is considered impure for 7 days, followed by an additional period of 33 days where there is a different type of ritual impurity, which she has. If it's a girl, first she is considered impure for 14 days, followed by a period of 66 days of a different type of ritual impurity. So altogether for a boy is 40 days, after giving birth to a boy would be 40 days, and for a girl is 80 days. Now, why the difference? Why for a boy 40 days and for a girl 80 days? One of the reasons for this has to do with the general concept of ritual impurity, which is mentioned many times as a totally spiritual concept. And one of the things that we know about it is that the more spiritual something is, the more of a chance it has to bring about ritual impurity. As ironic as that sounds. And this is why, for example, a Jewish body can bring in more ritual impurity than a non-Jewish body. Why? Because we believe that a Jewish body has a more spiritual type of soul. And that's why when the soul leaves the body, a Jewish body can impart a much greater level of ritual impurity. And in a similar way, Jewish spirituality and Kabbalah teaches that the soul of a female soul is considered more spiritual, more holy than a male soul. And this is why after a woman gives birth to a female and she has then lost that female soul which was part of her, so therefore there is a certain void, there is a void that follows the birth of a female that is a greater void, and therefore it causes a greater ritual impurity. Whereas following the birth of a boy, there's considered to be lesser of a void, and therefore it causes a lesser level of ritual impurity. Now, practically speaking, all of these laws of 40 days or 80 days for the boy and for a girl, these were all relevant at the time that the temple stood. In today's day and age, as we will learn tomorrow, any type of following childbirth, the woman has the same law as a regular nida, which we learned about yesterday, and we will talk about more tomorrow. And this has to do with the stringency that Jewish women accepted upon themselves already in the time of the Talmud to treat any type of vaginal bleeding in the very same way, using the most stringent laws that could apply to bleeding of any type. We will talk more about that tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.